Hello, I'm Catherine Corp.
And I'm Kimberly Corp.
And we are the owners of Pilates on 5th here in Manhattan and the creators of PilatesOnFifthOnline.com. Today we want to show you 5 exercises that you can do with the stability ball. These are Pilates inspired or Pilates based exercises. There are a myriad of exercises that you can do. So these are 5 fun ones. We show different positions and stuff so you can see the versatility. So first thing that we're going to do is we'll face the side. And from here we're going to walk our feet out so that our upper back's rib cage is on the ball here. We're going to have our hands underneath our head, and we're going to allow our hips to drop a little bit and our back to arch a little bit, and so our head to drop too. So we inhale here, on the exhale we curl everything up. Curl up, good. And inhale back down, we can allow the hips to drop too. And exhale, curling up. Make sure you don't pull on that neck. So the ball allows for a lot of support, but it also allows for greater range of motion. And exhale, and inhale. Now this time, exhale, curl up. Now this time, keep your hips nice and stable. Don't let them drop, but keep the action of the torso, of the upper back, and then arches, and then curls up, and this time you don't let the hips drop. Because we want to make sure that those glutes are strong enough and that the body knows how to control that.
And keep your elbows open. Don't
Yes.
do what I'm doing.
Yeah, you don't want to do this. Yes, thank you, Kimberly. And then to come out of that, you're just going to press into your feet and you walk, 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 back up to a nice seated position. And next we will do swan dive. So there are 2 ways to get on the ball, literally get on the ball. Kimberly's going to show the first, where you just go from behind and you come forward. That's probably the easiest one. So you can also, and I'm doing this more for camera purposes, you can bring one shin on the ball and then the other shin on the ball and then reach your legs in back of you here. And so those are the 2 ways. So we're both on our fingertips. We're pressing our torso up as much as possible.
And our legs
a
are
nice
hip
arch.
distance apart and laterally rotated.
Yes, the legs are hip distance apart, laterally rotated, and we're keeping this shape the whole time, at least we're trying to. Now we'll bend our elbows on the exhale to come forward, and then inhale back to the tippy tops of our fingers to come up. And exhale over, and inhale up. 2 more, exhale over, and inhale up. And 1 more time, and exhale over, and inhale coming up. So now obviously arm length is preventing either of us from going into any more extension. If I had something to press on that was this height, I could get a little bit higher. So if your ball is smaller, you'll find that you're able to go into a little bit more of an arch, and that is okay. Alrighty, then to come off, we're just gonna roll back this way. And then one nice little stretch, we're not including this in the exercises, is just to reach forward here. And then you can let the ball go to one side a little bit. You feel a nice stretch in the QL of one side, and then a nice stretch in the QL of the other side. It's just a nice low back stretch. All right, Kimberly's gonna let us know what the next exercise we have on the docket is. Pike, that's right. So we're both going to get on the ball the fun way. No, so she's gonna roll on, I'm gonna step on here.
So the way I'm getting on is you can also lean against it with your shins first, and that way you have your shins against the ball, and then you walk your hands out so that you want your shins on the top.
Yes. Shins are on the top, our legs are parallel and adducted. Our abs are pulling in, of course, with these tanks on, they're hanging towards the floor, but that's just gravity. And from here, we inhale to prepare. On the exhale, we lift our hips high, bring everything up, and then inhale, back down. We want to keep our spine neutral and our legs nice and straight. Exhale, lift up, and inhale back. We're gonna do 2 more. Exhale, lift up. It's like you're trying to make your sit bones the highest point in the room. And 1 more time. Exhale, lift up, and inhale down. And then to come off of it, you can just take one knee off and then the other knee off. There are many, or you could roll backwards. There are many ways to do that. Okay,
So now we're moving to against the wall.
we're gonna adjust the camera. Be right back. Alrighty, so now we're against the wall so that our feet don't slide. You can technically figure out a way to do this without being against the wall, but it takes so much time to set up. You need to put shoes on and everything. It's just easier to grab the wall. It doesn't make it more challenging on a muscular level. It's just on an irritation level. So we've opted to come next to a wall. So we want to bring our rib cage to the top here, and you really want to bring it close, especially because these balls are nice and big. And then we're just going to go ahead and straighten our legs here. We're going to place our hands underneath our head, and we're just going to do some arches of the back. So we're going to let our backs curl over, and then we arch up here. So these are upper back strengtheners. Exhale over, and inhale, lifting up. Make sure, even though you're on a ball, that you're still stapling your belly button to the front wall of your spine. You don't want to press out with the front wall of your abdomen against the ball to try to get higher. Nice and honest here, but this ball will provide a lot of support. Exhale and inhale, lift up. You could also do this in a breaststroke fashion, which we'll do here. So we'll exhale, reach the arms overhead and then around. And exhale, reach, and inhale around. Exhale, reach. So these two are part and parcel of the same exercise. Exhale, reach, and inhale around. And then of course it just feels nice when you're finished just to come forward and just like a little dead bug, just relax over, and you can just allow all the muscles to relax. Think of butter in a pan. You are playing the starring role of the butter. Yum, butter. Okay, we are going to move on to side bends. So what we're going to do is place our hip against the ball. We want the bottom leg forward, the top leg back. You want to press out into a plank, and you want to get the ball into a position where you can take both hands off and you can find a place that you can stay. You don't want this to be a major struggle the entire time. It's supposed to be hard, but not just to stay on the ball. Both hip bones are facing straight forward. If you start to do this, you'll keep going that way, and if you start to do this, you'll keep going that way. So you're going to use your tummy muscles, lower abdominal muscles, to keep that nice and stable. Hands to the forehead, and we inhale over and exhale up. And inhale over and exhale up. Kimberly's going to keep going, so you can see my ball is a little bit big for me. What I'm going to do if I'm in this situation is I'm going to bring it under my hips a little bit more, and that way I get a little bit more range. Inhale over and exhale, because you want this to be gratifying. You want to be able to bend in both directions. And exhale up. Inhale over. And let's just do two more. Think of a long neck. Exhale up. And again, it's like you're stuck in a toaster. You don't want to get burned on either side. And that's what we do. And of course, you would do the other side. So I think that tackles 5 exercises, Pilates based, that you can do with the stability ball.